Good evening, lords and ladies. Yeah, I don't really know where to start with this, so I'm just going to kind of jump in here. A lot of people probably got, well, maybe everybody got a system message in King of Avalon saying, hey, that last video you made, Revenge, it really pissed a lot of people off, and yeah, we got busted on cheating. So what do we do? Well, they sent a system message, and apparently they've done something. I'm not sure if it's enough, or I'm not going to really weigh in on if it's the appropriate measure or whatever it is. But let's get the facts. Okay, so there's like about 1,000 people that have been flagged for buying illegal resources. Okay, and what was the punishment? Let's go through the facts. The punishment is all their open resources were taken. Okay, and so I'm going to put in the description of this video a link to the details that they published. I don't know if it's accurate or whatnot. I took a screenshot and I've circled someone, and I'll go over this in a second here. But there's another thing, so before I go into that, you can see that it says May 2018, June, and July. So if you actually click on those three different tabs in the document, you'll see who they're going to punish in June and July. So they've already determined for the next 3 months who the cheaters are and who they're going to punish. So don't expect to be another 1,000 people coming next month because, well, it's already happened. Sorry, being a sarcastic bastard or something. I don't know. There's just so much to talk about right now. I'm just going to kind of ramble. Let's get back on track. So the first thing is the open resources were taken. No upgrades were done, reversed. No temporary bans. Nothing. It was a real slap on the wrist. That's a fact. Number one. Number two, one of the biggest cheaters in the game, 242, was not on that list. Okay, you go through the entire list, point by point by point, and they disabled copying and pasting, they disabled sharing. So the only way to take that list and actually put it anywhere else would have been to manually do it. And I don't know about you, but my pinyin typing isn't that great, so the 950 Chinese names on there probably aren't so easy for us Western people to duplicate. Meh, minor point, doesn't matter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. More interesting though. So I happen to know a couple of the names. I recognized a couple of names on the list. I'm like, whoa, wait a second here. I know that dude. So here we go. Shout out to Kingdom 215, Melkor. And I said, hey, Melkor, because I would consider him kind of friendly. We have friendly, discussions. We're very open. We share information about the game, things like this. He's pretty well known. If you don't know Melkor, I kind of know Melkor. So I said, hey, dude, you're on this list. Can you log into your account and see like what the heck happened? Are you banned or like, what's going on here? So I logged into some of his farms, and apparently some of his farms had 0 resources. I said, well, log into your main, check that. He logged into his main, and it has 0 resources. I said, what about your bags? Nope, not touched. Any upgrades messed with? Nope, not touched. I said, what's going on, dude? Were you actually buying illegal resources? And he said, no shame. Yeah, I did. I'm like, well, what, WTF, what's going on? And he said, well, in order for me to be the hero of my kingdom, this is what I had to do in order to compete. I'm like, all right, well, no shame. I mean, own that. I mean, if you want to be a hero in this game and you want to be the size of 242, it looks like you've pretty much got like 2 options: boatloads of cash or cheating like this. And it's really unfortunate, but it's kind of the way it is. Someone accused me of actually bot farming. And so I'm going to digress here for a second. I've never used a bot farm. I've thought about it over and over and over and over again. I've threatened to do it. I've never done it. All the resources I have, is just people donated or I've robbed from N14 in my kingdom. So me personally, I've never done it. You're never going to see me in some video of like, oh, me, surrounded by bots and things like this. It's just, it's never happened. But I've been pretty fortunate up to this point that I've had a kingdom that supported me. I don't think my kingdom is going to support me anymore, because, well, they're pretty much all dead and gone. Let's not digress. Back on track. So, cheater list published. I knew a couple of the names. I had an interview with a resource buyer. We know what happened, but we don't know what's going to happen. Nothing has been said about the future. Is this going to be the course of action for people who are getting caught? Then furthermore, how did they get the list? Was everybody on that list reported? Did the bot sellers You know, I mean, they probably know who the bot sellers are. Did they go to the bot sellers and say, hey, yo, we need a list of all the people you've been selling resources to, otherwise we're going to ban your accounts? And maybe the Chinese guys were like, oh, okay, you know, don't buy my accounts. You know, we'll just sweep this under the rug. We'll give you a one-time list. Like, I don't know. Those bot farms didn't go anywhere. The resources, they just got zeroed out. So, like, you know, a big whoop-de-doo. I'm sure people probably bought the resources and used them pretty quickly anyway. So, I mean, this is a pretty light slap on the wrist. Let's open the game and look at the actual system message. Yeah. So, let's go to King of Avocado. And let's look at the actual system message. What's the plan, guys? I mean, King of Avalon, what's the plan? I think the point of this video is, what's the plan? You know, is the plan to just continue to slap people on the wrist? Are you going to ban the biggest cheaters? Are you going to zero 242's resources? There's no way you guys are going to do that. He's like some important Chinese guy and you guys kiss his ass. You guys are all up that butt. I mean, so far, it's all 242. Yeah, come on. There's no way that you can hit Melkor, some no name, you know, from 215, and expect that 242 gets away with it without people realizing, hey, this is some extreme favoritism. Man, I can go down a whole bunch of Chinese people that aren't on that list, and I've definitely seen doing this. And it's not just resources. These guys are cheating, you know, in all sorts of ways, using bots and stuff like that. So, you know, but anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. Let's open up the system message. Let's see what's going on here. Punishment for the rule breakers. Past several weeks, they've been working relentlessly. Wow. Chinese sweatshop to tackle the issue of illegal resource selling in the game to ensure equal and fair environment for all players. Yeah, they deleted the resources. So here's what I need you guys to do. The reason that this even happened is because I published the video of 242 getting caught, and you guys made like 300 comments on my video. Okay? This is step one. They couldn't ignore it. They had to do something. Step two, and this is really, I don't want to ask you to do this, but it's really important. I need you guys to go in the App Store, do a 1-star review, and say, King of Avalon is full of Chinese favorites buying illegal resources, or something like this. If you start doing this in the hundreds, I bet you, dimes to dollars, you will see a much stronger reaction from people buying resources. The only other alternative is be like Melkor, be a hero, and do the same thing they do. When in Rome, you know, there you go. Now, I asked Melkor, I said, hey, dude, is there anything special? You know, because obviously he's on this list. For him to, you know, give me this information, to admit to it, and to, you know, be brave like this, I was like, hey, is there anything I can do for you? He said, okay, cool, yeah. So I got to give a shout out to Azriel and Lorchan from Kingdom 215. So you guys get a shout out. And props to Melkor for being, you know, an honest, upright dude that, you know, basically owns it. You know, it's his choice. And if you really want to be competitive in the game, that's really what it seems like you got to do. And if you don't want this to be the direction the game is going, you need to go into the app stores. You need to go into iOS, and you need to go into the Android App Store. You need to do a 1-star review and start blasting them. If you don't do that, they won't feel it. It's the only way we're going to see any other changes, because just commenting on my YouTube, they're going to see it. Okay? Their eyes are going to be open. They'll feel it, but it's not enough pressure. We have to go into the app stores and we have to smash the review. If we don't smash them in the app store reviews, we don't flood it. We need hundreds of these things. You have to tell your friends. You have to make second accounts. The second accounts have to do 1-star reviews. We need to pound them on it. And it needs to be just not King of Avalon, but Guns of Glory too, because it's happening in both games. And it's going to happen in Dino Wars too. So that's the only way to do it. I'm personally not going to do it. I'm just kind of, I'm like the messenger. I'm like the poor reporter that's going to get run over by a tank in the mid-'80s. That's who I am. So, you know, whatever. I've talked long enough. I'm sorry, this isn't a fighting, killing video, but depending on how you want this game to go, you want it to go bot farms, cool, we do nothing. If you want this shit to stop, you got to go in the App Store. That 1-star review, smash them. That's all you got to do. So check the description. There's going to be the full list of the rule breakers. And also, if you want to stay up to date on this, hit subscribe, bell notification. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. If I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be super happy. I'm going to do like a giveaway or something like this, blah, blah, blah. I promised in the previous video, about making a super bot and making it available to everyone. However, I can tell you that if I do that, I'm through. I'm not a favorite. Okay, I'm not 242. These guys, I'm on their hit list. If I do anything sideways or wrong, I'm gone. Totally gone. All right, I've talked long enough. I love you guys. Remember, smash them in the App Store and smash them in the comments. Every time you do a 1-star review, drop me a comment and say, I did it. 1 star for you suckers. Fix it. Decide the future of King of Avalon. It's in your hands. Okay, really got to go now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.